Imagine posting something about the documentary people might someday make about your husband. The video goes viral. Millions watch. But 12 days later, the story no longer feels like a joke. Police enter your home and find you dead. Your estranged husband is beside you, and the protective order meant to keep him away is still active. Tonight, we're talking about the death of Sara Gilson, a mother, content creator, and woman who appeared to be trying to escape a dangerous situation. Welcome to the podcast, You Can't Unhear. Before her death became international news, Sara Gilson was known online for fashion, shopping recommendations, lifestyle content, and glimpses of life as a mother. She also used the name Sarah Duffey. Her husband was 48-year-old Jeremiah Sean Duffey, often called Sean. Online, he was known as Duff Daddy and had built a much larger TikTok following of his own. From a distance, they could appear like a successful social media couple, but court filings paint a very different picture. By the summer of 2026, Sara was referring to Sean as her soon-to-be ex-husband. And she was asking a court to keep him away from her. On June 10th, 2026, Sara sought an emergency protective order. According to reports on the filing, she alleged that Sean had access to a firearm, had threatened suicide, and had gone on the run. The resulting order required him to leave the home, remain at least 100 yards away from Sara, and avoid contacting her. It was reportedly still active at the time of her death. This was not the first time Sara had turned to the courts. Records cited by reporters indicate that she had previously filed protective order applications in 2021. Although those earlier proceedings did not produce lasting protection. We do not know everything that happened privately between them, but people close to Sara later described a relationship marked by control, fear, and repeated attempts to leave. On the same day Sara filed her newest request, another protective order was submitted against Sean. This one involved a 15-year-old girl who reportedly played on a youth basketball team he coached. According to the girl's mother's filing, another coach had witnessed Sean behaving inappropriately with the teenager during a basketball event. The filing also alleged that he had sent the girl inappropriate messages, invited her to a hotel, and offered her money to remain silent. These were serious allegations, but they remained allegations. Sean had not been tried or convicted of any offence involving the girl before his death. That distinction matters, especially in a case now being judged largely through fragments of court filings and viral posts. The investigation also became legally complicated. Sean was reportedly a citizen of the Osage Nation, and authorities determined that the alleged conduct involving the teenager occurred in Indian country. Because of federal jurisdiction over certain major crimes involving tribal citizens and tribal land, local police referred the case to federal prosecutors. That did not mean the allegations had been dismissed. It meant the case had moved into a different legal system, where charging decisions would be made at the federal level. At the time of Sara's death, the investigation was still unresolved. Then came the TikTok. On July 11th, Sara participated in a trend where creators sit silently, as though appearing in the opening scene of a future Netflix documentary. Text above her read, "Preparing for when Netflix drops a documentary about my soon-to-be ex-husband, who I just found out is a paedophile." Underneath, she wrote that she wished she were joking. The video spread rapidly, It accumulated millions of views, turning allegations from court documents into a very public accusation. To many viewers, Sara seemed angry, shocked, and finally ready to expose what she believed had been hidden. But no one watching knew how little time she had left. In one of her final videos, Sara appeared on a boat, looking out over the water. The caption suggested she wanted whatever she had survived never to find her again. Seen at the time, it may have looked like a person closing a painful chapter. After her death, the post took on a different meaning. Not a prophecy, not proof that she knew exactly what would happen, but a glimpse of a woman who seemed desperate to move forward. On the night of July 23rd, 2026, at around 11:15, emergency dispatchers received a call from inside Sara's home in the Collinsville and Owasso area. Reports say a woman could be heard screaming and crying in the background. Then came a loud sound, believed to be a gunshot. The call disconnected. Dispatchers tried calling back, but no one answered. Moments later, another call came from a neighbouring house. A child from Sara's home had escaped and reportedly told authorities that his stepfather had shot his mother. When officers entered the property, they found Sara and Sean dead from gunshot wounds. Police said the evidence indicated a murder-suicide, with Sean believed to have shot Sara before killing himself. The investigation was described as preliminary, but authorities did not announce that they were searching for another suspect. Sara was 43 years old. She left behind 2 children. A fundraising page created for them described her as a devoted mother, someone who worked hard, loved fiercely, and dreamed of giving her children the best life she could. Those children must now grow up not only without their mother, but beneath the weight of a story that millions of strangers are discussing online. That is something worth remembering whenever this case becomes content. Behind the viral post, behind the follow accounts, and behind the headlines, there are children living with the consequences. People who had known the couple began speaking publicly after the deaths. Sara's former husband, the father of her children, said he had urged her for years to leave Sean. He described her as trapped in a relationship where abusive behaviour had gradually become normalised. Sean's former wife also alleged that he had threatened her during their long relationship. Those accounts cannot tell us everything that occurred inside Sara's marriage, but they suggest that the final night did not emerge from nowhere. It may have been the final escalation of a much longer pattern. That is what makes the protective order so painful. On paper, it told Sean to stay away. In practice, a court order is not a physical barrier. It cannot lock every door, remove every weapon, or guarantee that someone determined to regain control will obey. Protective orders can be vital. They create legal consequences, document threats, and help survivors access additional support. But they are only one part of a safety system. They work best when paired with enforcement, risk assessment, secure housing, firearm restrictions, and people who understand that separation may increase danger. According to the CDC, more than half of female homicide victims in United States crime reports are killed by a current or former male intimate partner. Domestic violence organizations also warn that leaving can be one of the most dangerous periods in an abusive relationship. That may sound confusing. People often ask, why didn't she just leave? But leaving can threaten the very thing an abusive partner is trying to preserve: control. When that control begins to disappear, threats can escalate. Stalking may increase. Weapons may become more dangerous. And the survivor may be forced to navigate the most volatile stage of the relationship, while also moving homes, protecting children, going to court, and rebuilding an entire life. The better question is not, why didn't she leave sooner? It is, what prevented her from leaving safely? The teenager connected to the separate investigation must not disappear from this story either. She was 15. She was a player being coached by an adult in a position of trust. Her family pursued a protective order, and the allegations were referred to federal authorities. Because Sean died, there will be no criminal trial, no verdict, no courtroom where the evidence is tested publicly. That does not prove every allegation, nor does it erase the teenager's account. It means the legal process ended before it could provide an answer. Her privacy, safety, and recovery deserve more attention than speculation about her identity. It is tempting to frame Sara's viral TikTok as the event that caused her death, but that conclusion would be too simple. A social media post does not cause someone to commit violence. The responsibility lies with the person who chooses violence. Based on the available reporting, the warning signs existed before the video. The alleged threats, the firearm, the protective orders, the reported attempts to leave, and the unresolved investigation. The TikTok did not create those dangers. It made part of them visible. As of July 28, 2026, the investigation into Sara and Sean's deaths is still recent. Additional details may emerge. Police may clarify the timeline. Federal authorities may release more information about the earlier allegations. Until then, what can be said responsibly is limited. Sara sought legal protection. Another family sought protection for a teenage girl. Sean was ordered to stay away. 12 days after Sara's viral post, police believe he entered her home, killed her, and then killed himself. Sara's story should not be reduced to one TikTok. She was not simply an influencer who made a dangerous accusation. She was a mother, a friend, and a woman who appeared to be trying to reclaim her life. Her final posts showed someone imagining a future beyond the relationship. She should have been allowed to reach it. And perhaps the most important lesson is this. When someone says they are afraid of a partner, when weapons and suicide threats are involved, when separation is beginning, the danger should never be treated as ordinary relationship drama. Because sometimes, a warning is not merely a warning. It is the final chance for someone to be protected. Thanks for joining me tonight. The case is still evolving. There will be more updates, possible changes, and more clarifications. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss them. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast, You Can't Unhear.